Hey guys, another beautiful day in the beautiful life. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself and safeguarding your energy from people who aren't interested in protecting your heart. Period. Yeah, we're not second guessing ourselves. We're not doubting ourselves. We're not guilt tripping ourselves. We're doing what is best for us. Yeah, there's a quote that I have in my living space that I see every day. And it said something along the lines of everybody did what was best for them, your turn. Especially for people who have who operate from their heart space, because we have a tendency to love with no bounds. But in this day and age, you need to love with bounds, unfortunately. Um, and that is also paradoxical because, like, I still love everybody like unconditionally, pretty unconditionally, I have to say. But there's some people that I need to protect myself from. They don't deserve access, and it's my responsibility and your responsibility to protect yourself from people who are not interested in your well-being. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I took some notes because, yeah, I just wanted to not have to think so hard and have a reference point. Yeah, in other videos, I've mentioned that I journal and I automatic write. So I want to say helpful. So helpful. Yeah, it just feels so good. Like just taking like even 5 minutes out of your day to just pick up pen to paper. It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know. It's definitely been a, I want to say, a essential tool to help me to understand myself more, know myself more, heal, break cycles. Anyways, let's get on with it. So, main signs you're with the wrong one. Main signs you're with the wrong one. And this can be applied to jobs, families, friends, partners, environment, anything. Main signs you're with the wrong one. Consistent stress. Consistent stress. um, Consistent stress that can't be resolved. You know what I mean? Like, say because I've always been the one where, like, if something goes awry or something is wrong, I try to immediately go into problem solving mode or course correcting mode. You know what I mean? And I've noted, like, not everybody has that program installed, and they don't know how to, like, conflict resolute, I suppose. Yeah. No. Yeah. If you're in a relationship with people who don't know how to, like course correct or conflict resolute, what are we doing here? It's like you're the only one trying to do it. One-sided relationships, and we're not doing that anymore, right? We're not doing that. It's a waste of energy. I mean, how are you supposed to build something if with someone when they just don't want to do their part. They don't want to show up. They don't want to, like, contribute. They don't want to, what is that? Pull their weight, I suppose. They're expecting you to, like, pull your weight and their weight. What are we doing here? That's tiring. That's exhausting. Yeah, you deserve to be around people who show up, who want to show up. That's the thing, want to show up and want to work with you and want to build something. Yeah, you deserve that. 1000%. Everybody else just make cuts. You're the executive, and you can, like, fire, hire, or promote or demote as necessary. Um, yeah, so consistent stress that can't be resolved. The price is too high, and you're losing more than you're gaining. Net negatives. Um, Calmness. I'm going to go into calmness. Calmness is a superpower that they haven't taught you. You know what I mean? I think about it. When you went to school, did they teach you how to be calm? No, they made you read books, consume information that isn't really applicable to now, and parrot information. Like, I don't know, like I feel like if somebody had taught me to be calm, how to self-regulate, how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and also like, I don't know, they should teach more like social awareness type things, if, in my opinion. That way we wouldn't have all these like weird relationship um situations that we currently are facing. Sorry. Yeah. Calmness is a superpower. They haven't taught you to be calm, and calm people practice silence. I've noted, like when I go out in the world, like most people have dysregulated nervous systems. They don't know how to be calm. They don't know how to want to say be comfortable in uncomfortable situations, and a lot of them lose their shit. Like they can't think straight. They can't regulate their nervous system, so they're very like anxious. And then yeah, they don't know how to be silent, man. They always got to be blabbing and talking a lot of nonsense, honestly. Um, yeah, and then instead of like, a lot of them have created problems for themselves. And instead of like taking a step back and like sitting with themselves and going, why am I creating this problem? No, they'll blame shift, they'll blame, they'll project, and then they'll want you to like be a emotional garbage can for them. Or like some of them will even want you to solve their problems, and it's just like, but why am I trying to solve your problem? It's not my problem. Like, if anything, the problem is you, and you need to sit with yourself and recognize that. Yeah. I mean, when we go through life, there is things that kind of go off kilter and throw us off kilter and goes awry, but man, just that's what it is. Recognize it and then course correct, pivot, or do what you got to do, to like bring yourself back into balance. Anyways, yeah. So calm people practice silence. Look at people who have mastered themselves. Like if you think about it, like think about like, I don't know. I always think about, oh my god, there's a guy with a blower. I thought I parked somewhere where it'd be quiet and we got blowers. What does it mean? Oh yeah, blowing all the shit away. That's what that means. Anyways, yeah, like look at like monks and stuff. Look at like I don't know, like people who have mastered themselves. They're silent. They go and they take time to sit in silence. Period. They don't try to fill the space with noise. They don't try to like fill the void. Look, that guy's blowing all this stuff away. Yeah, blow all those net negative people and energies out of your life. Anyway, people who are reactive and need to fill the void with noise lack calmness, lack self mastery. Yeah, they're losing their shit like all the time. It's really annoying. I'm sorry if that. Damn, he like hella is blowing stuff like literally under my car and around my car specifically. This is great. Um, so I feel like when you're around these people, man, just change how you show up, take up space, shine, and never dim your light because other people haven't found theirs. Right? Because I used to always make myself small. I used to be silent and calm and like try to like regulate everybody else and like be the peacekeeper and the caretaker. And yeah, no. No, we're just enabling bad behavior at this point. What are we doing? And we're also like draining ourselves of our own precious energy for people who aren't reciprocating. So stop. Stop apologizing to people who aren't capable of taking accountability. Stop. Like, why are we apologizing to people who don't know how to like treat other people respectfully? They can't take accountability for their own energy. They can't take accountability for like how they are creating problems because they can't sit with themselves. Yeah, we're not apologizing. What are we apologizing for? Ask yourself. Like if somebody treats you like shit, why are you and they have convinced you that you are the problem. First of all, don't let them convince you. See, trust yourself. See reality as you see it and stop blaming yourself for somebody else's shortcomings and stop apologizing because they don't know how to regulate themselves. And because they lack self-awareness. Just stop apologizing for that. You know what you do? You just sit there in silence like this. And then I also follow it up with like one one word sentences like interesting, wow, sure, yes. Yeah. You can't talk to these people. You can't have a like rational, logical, heart-based conversation with them because they're living in delusion. Anyways, I told you this ramble was all over the place, guys. I'm just like basically reading what I wrote. Um let's see. How to thrive. How to thrive. How to thrive in this world. This world full of 8+ billion people with all these different energies and minds and constitutions. How do you thrive as an empath, as a sensitive being? Um, First of all, be very selective and precise. Make very selective and precise decisions. What do I mean by that? You, you choose. You choose who has access to you, your time, energy, resources, present. You choose. Um, Regulate yourself. Do not let the world regulate you. Regulate yourself. So say like you enter a room and like this has happened to me. And it was a great lesson. Oh, that's another thing. I feel like life delivers blessings or lessons. It's not good or bad, right or wrong, guys. Look at it through a lens of blessings and lessons. So if everything is in alignment and everything feels right and everything is good and it's a flow, blessings. Now, if you encounter like problematic anythings, people, situations, experiences, then it's teaching you a lesson. So what's the lesson? Like for me, instead of like griping about like things that happen, I acknowledge that something is happening. I am being triggered. And then I ask myself, what is the lesson? Like I don't go into blame shifting. You know what I mean? Like I acknowledge that maybe somebody or something triggered me. And then I'll go into I wonder why that is. Like what is the lesson I'm supposed to learn? Because my whole thing is when you are here in Earth School and you're taking courses, you have to learn the lesson so you can pass the class. So if you don't learn the lesson, you're going to keep repeating. So my whole thing is like, what's the lesson? You know? And then once I realize what the lesson is, I can clear that and then it doesn't bother me anymore. But oh yeah, I was going to say, um, I, I went to work one day and I was in a great mood. And my coworker was in a horrible mood and she was projecting her shit onto me. And I tried my best to like protect myself, stay in my own vibe, but it was really hard. And that was the lesson. I just need to boundary up even more. Like I have to like make sure this person has absolutely no access to my energy field and let them be. Yeah, because she was affecting me. I want to say after 3 hours, like it was exhausting being around her. And I just, the lesson was I need to fortify my boundaries against people like that. You know what I mean? I can't blame her. She chooses to be miserable. And I totally accept and respect that. But she was trying to project it onto me like hardcore. And I guess my boundaries weren't fortified. I just need to fortify my boundaries around these people, and I've been working on that. And guess what? It's been great. Um, Listen to yourself, cut and boundary up when needed. Like I feel like we think, oh, I'm a nice person. There's this big difference between being nice and being kind, by the way. And nice is like people pleasing stuff. Like, oh, it's kind of fake. Yeah, it is. It is fake. It's like you're trying to appease people so they like you, so you get external validation. Kindness, I want to say, is a more mature version of being nice because your your niceness is not only extending to others, it's also extending to yourself, so it's more holistic. That's when it elevates into kindness. So like you can be kind to people, but you can also not practice like boundaries or like firmness. Like no, no, I'm not tolerating that. You've learned how to say no. Like I think when you're nice, you're just a yes person. Yes, 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 I can do that. Yes, I can sacrifice myself. Yes. When you're kind, you've ultimately like learned how to utilize the opposing aspect of that, and you've learned how to say no. So you know how to say yes, you know how to when it's appropriate, you know how to say no when it's appropriate. Yeah. You've kind of like elevated out of the people pleasing tendencies. Um yeah. Let's go back to how to thrive in this world because I know it can be a bit much. Um Selective and precise decisiveness. Yep. You select who has access to you, your time, your energy, your resources, your presence. You're very decisive. You're not second guessing yourself. You're not like, oh my God, like, I don't know, am I going, no, no, no. You just trust yourself and you know straight away, like, that's a hard yes or a hard no. And you stand on it and you're firm and unmovable. Yeah, I know some people who operate from their ego also do that. But the difference is the lack of consideration. Like for me, I consider myself and I consider others. Whereas I think like ego based people they're just looking out for themselves. I don't care about you at all. Yeah, very one sided. We want to be whole. We want to take the opposing aspects of everything and combine them. You're not ego based. You're not strictly like heart centered. It's almost like, yeah, get it? Anyways, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I don't even know if this video made sense. I don't even know if I'm gonna post it, honestly. But if you learned something from this video, cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. Blessings to one and all. Amen.